got my digits running up. Sorry if I come across the type of way. I've been trying to get out of my place. Never did y'all sit like I can, but you know I do. Sometimes I'm sorry for my dogs. Sitting by the way, picks up from the clock. It's that shit in my mind. If you ever lonely in the night time, I'll be working, put it working on my edge. On my edge.
What is up? What is up, everybody? 360 House, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hit me up in here. Make sure y'all can hear me before we get started. Want to make sure the sound is working. We good? Sound? Yes? All right, awesome. What is up, everybody? I'm so glad we're finally back. It's been a while. We actually intended to do this. We actually intended to start these up last week, but we weren't able to. I was having some morning headaches, which we've gotten that handled. What's up, guys? Miss y'all. So excited about where we are, what's going on in the cycle. Most of you guys already know about the kidney donation. I just want to give you the update. My father's numbers are coming back perfect. I mean, his kidney numbers are perfect. I assumed that this was something that would take months to develop and come about, but because it was a live kidney, it was instant. It literally was instantaneous. His numbers from the get-go have been incredible and beautiful. His recovery takes a little longer than mine, but he's doing great, walking around, moving around, doing great. It's opened up his entire world of what he can eat. He was very limited prior to the kidney donation. Now he's like eating things he hasn't had in 7 years. I'm not kidding. So that is insane. Yes, the banana story. I can't tell the banana story. I'll start crying. Not going to do that this morning, but he's doing wonderful. And by the way, today is his 76th birthday. Yes, 76th birthday. He's ready for another 30 years. I mean, just incredible. God is so good. Very blessed. Thank you guys so much again for your prayers. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that, but it is just an insane way to end the year and start off a new era for him in his life. So real quick, before we get started, I'm looking at your messages. Love it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. We are back now. We're back to doing this 3 times a week. Obviously starting with today. So today we're going to capture quite a few things. I'm going to briefly macro cover where we are in the cycle, but then we do want to get into a few altcoins today because we're starting back. I'm only going to touch on 4, but one of them is going to be another freebie for you on what I'm seeing and what I think is getting ready to happen on a particular altcoin that I'm going to share to the masses. Yeah, so we've got that. But real quick, what I want to talk about is something that I'm doing for everyone starting the 20th of January. Mark your calendars for the 20th of January. I'm going to be, the 20th of January is when I get to go back to the gym full speed ahead. And what I want to do here is I'm going to be opening up a free Telegram channel. And I'm going to be posting it across Twitter. I'll be posting it everywhere. But it's going to be a free Telegram channel for anyone that wants to start something fresh and new in their physical health and journey. This isn't about matching me or doing exactly what I do. But if I can even motivate you to create a better, more healthier form of who you are, everyone can do something better than they're doing now when it comes to their health. I've had to start over many times throughout my career. I've had knee surgeries that I've had to completely start over in my workouts and my journey. And I'm going to do that again. But this time I want to do it with anybody who wants to participate in that journey. No matter where you are, you could be a beginner, never worked out before. You could be 75. You could be 22. None of that matters. What matters is that you are looking to create longer life for yourself. And that's what this Telegram is going to be about. All of my workouts are going to be there. All of my, the way that I'm going to eat is going to be there. And then any of the supplementation that I do, it's all going to be provided for you. And again, it doesn't matter whether you want to work out calisthenic wise, whether you want to work out at a gym. Everybody should be able to pull something from this. And I'm going to be giving tips and pointers to no matter what you have at your disposal. So, you know, if you don't have a gym, but you have a home gym, we're going to try to make things work out for you and so on and so forth. So even though my stuff's going to be posted, I'm also going to be providing things for those who don't have maybe a full-size gym or want to just do something at home or want to do something with their body. So it's going to be for everyone. And I'm going to try to make it work for everybody. Male, female, doesn't matter. Again, the whole thing is here to create a you in 2025 that is just healthy, vibrant, and hopefully I can help give you guys some motivation. So even if you're just using me as motivation, hey, I like it, I'll take it. But anyway, so that's coming. I'll probably be posting that the week before the 20th. And once I post it, it'll be free. You just jump in, boom, you'll jump into the Telegram channel. You'll have access. There'll probably be a YouTube for you as well, because that's probably an easier way so videos don't get lost and so on and so forth. But anyway, enough of that. We are here to discuss crypto. So why don't we go ahead and get started? So we've got a lot of things that have been happening. We have Bitcoin that has lost dominance. And like I told you before, that doesn't mean that Bitcoin is done creating new all-time highs. Even now, even this morning, Bitcoin's like tapped 108 plus, and it's still moving to new all-time highs. So I do believe, and I do know based off of the data that we have for Bitcoin in the amount of money that is flowing, that Bitcoin is not done for the cycle at all. It's not done for the cycle. Bitcoin dominance is done for the cycle. And that means that very soon, very shortly, you're going to see the flip switch to Ethereum and altcoins, meaning that Ethereum and altcoins, more money will flow into Ethereum and altcoins for the remainder of the cycle than will flow into Bitcoin. It doesn't mean Bitcoin is done. We'll know pretty much when Bitcoin gets that to that end area based on how money looks, not on how dominance looks necessarily. Because like I said, yeah, I mean, more money is just going to flow into everything else for the remainder of the cycle, which is exciting. It's very exciting. And I'm going to show that to you kind of on some macro charts. And then we're going to jump right into some altcoins. We're only going to touch on 4 this morning, but they're going to be good ones. Plus the freebie. Are you ready? What? Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's get this share string going. All right. Let me... All right. We are looking good over here. Let me pull up my arrow. Actually, let me make sure this is the chart. So this is just Bitcoin right now inside of an ascending channel. Let me get my arrow here. All right. There's that 220-day dissension. Right off the major trend line, the major trend line, which I've been switching in and out of. Let me make sure I'm on the right view. Oh, there we go. Okay. So my line is a little weird here. Let me fix it. I've been switching in and out of logarithmic and normal view depending on what I'm looking at. So that can throw your lines off. So you want to make sure when you switch back to normal view. By the way, people have been asking me where to get that. Logarithmic view, there's 2 types of chart view. There's a regular chart view and there's a logarithmic chart view. So down here in the bottom right, oh, and you can't see it because let me move this, see if I can move this. No, I can't. My freaking, looks like my video's there. All right, anyway. There's a wheel in the bottom right. You can't see it because my video is covering the page there. There's a place you can click on. It opens up a menu, this menu right here. You'll know you're on that right there. There it is right there, logarithmic. So this is logarithmic view. When do you use logarithmic view? I'll give you a second to think. So there's regular view right there. There's logarithmic view. Okay, logarithmic view is something you want to use if you're looking at a chart spread out over many years, a very long-term view. You understand? So if we're looking at, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 20, 100 years, logarithmic view is going to, without getting into the scientific math of it, it's going to adjust the chart to dynamically show you the price action over a long period of time. Otherwise, if you keep it on regular view, the older price history fades. It's kind of faded. Like it's much smaller. So the focus on regular is on current price action. Does that make sense? Logarithmic view, it unfades the historical price for you and makes it as large or as dynamic as the current price. Look, I just brilliantly explained it to you without getting into the math. So again, if you do change your view to logarithmic, and as you can see, the lines just moved, because it will move your lines. It just moved my line off. You want to make sure you go back to regular view. I'm literally giving you a free tip here, because if you don't, it's going to skew your targets and all of your price action when you're creating zones. It's going to skew those when you're looking at current price action. So enough of that. Look, that was free. I wasn't even planning about talking about that, but I thought it was important. So there's that major trend line, which the 220-day pullback hit to perfection, not once, but twice. They're on that global liquidation event and then proceeded up. And here we now have Bitcoin in an ascending channel. All right. And I want to show you one more dynamic viewpoint here for Bitcoin, which is something we as a 360 Elite have been looking at for quite some time. I have so many views for Bitcoin. I want to make sure I find the right one. Let me see. Let me go to the weekly. This might be it. All right. And I think I need to back this one out to logarithmic, because we're looking at a 3 cycle. There we go. Yeah. So now we're back to logarithmic view. Notice how I'm going to show you this. Look how the lines are where they're supposed to be on logarithmic here. But if I go to regular with those lines, they're like whack. See how they're whack? See how they're whack? Because those lines are drawn for a particular view, and that is the long-term view or the logarithmic view. I know, it's like a free class. And this is a 3 cycle line that we're looking at here. Make sure y'all can see this. There. Okay. So here we have the 2 cycle channel right here. And the 2 cycle channel top would put Bitcoin at about 140, 143. These are levels I'm really looking at, and I want to coincide those levels with price with what FOMO money or what the money looks like. And that's going to give me an indication of, hey, when Bitcoin does in fact touch this line, are we achieving a FOMO type money that we've seen in other tops? Okay, this one, and I'm not using crypto.com for that. There's no volume here for this one. I'm just using this one for the lines, but I'm going to be looking at volume as it applies when price reaches these levels. And the first one is this one around 140. You with me? So that's the 2 cycle channel. And remember what I told you, when you get this many touches on the lower, 1, 2, 3, 4, then it gives much more validation to an upper that only has a couple of touches. So while we only have 2 touches here, because we have so many touches on the bottom one, the odds are very high that this at the very least does hold up as resistance. You with me? Yeah, resistance. Volume, your best bets, Brendan. So this is how you do volume. It's funny because people randomly select an exchange and think that that is the right one for volume. No, it's where is that item most traded. So that means you have to go. What I do is I stick to my top 3 or 4 exchanges for volume. Coinbase, Binance. So you go to CoinMarketCap, you can find out the ranking of crypto exchanges. It's like someone was using, was it BitSmart? I can't remember right now. Somebody was using an exchange for this cycle for volume that in 2017 was a top 5 crypto exchange. But they were using it now to determine cycle volume. And guess what? Where that exchange rates this cycle? I think it was BitSmart. I can't remember. Golly, don't quote me on it. I have to go back and look. That exchange is now ranked 17th. What does that mean? That means other exchanges have pulled in more people and have more of the people trading there than at the other one. So they've lost a lot of market share. That exchange has lost almost all of its market share to, it was Bitstamp. Thank you. Somebody that knows me. It was Bitstamp. Bitstamp in 2017 was a top 5 exchange. Bitstamp in this cycle is number 17. And is not a good representation of volume. Why? Because nobody's trading there. Do you understand? Like nobody's trading there. So you need to be with Coinbase and Binance and some of these top ones. So that can change depending on your altcoin. You hear me? That can change depending on your altcoin. But for when it comes to Bitcoin and Ethereum, you need to stick with the top 30. You with me? So look, just free training, man. Free training. This is stuff the elites have known for ages, and you're getting it for free. My goodness, it's like Christmas. It's like early Christmas. It sounds like common sense, but it's not. People just don't think to look at that. So they'll pull up a chart, don't look at the exchange of that chart, and not realize that volume there is not a truthful volume depiction. So yeah, so we have a 2-cycle channel top at 143-ish, but we have a 3-cycle. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch that puts Bitcoin, and this is if it was hit today. Remember, these are ascending. So this could pull back and hit it later or hit this later. So if Bitcoin was to hit this one today, it's not going to. This would take a parabolic move. This puts Bitcoin at the 190 to 200K area. So we have a 140-ish, a 140-ish, and we have close to 200K. So these are levels that I'm looking at, but you must put the price action there in line with the volume. And if you see end of cycle volume like we've seen here, and this is stuff we're looking for, then that would be an area where I'd be like, hey, Bitcoin may be done, maybe exhausted. All right, I've spent way too much time on this, way too much time. I just love talking about crypto. Like once you get me started, it's hard to get me to stop and it's hard to get me to stay focused. It just is. I apologize. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. This is what we do, right? Like this is why we're here. Why am I going to apologize for this stuff? I'm not going to apologize. But what I want to do is show you why we are still so, I don't want to say early, but we're still getting out of that beginner stage of the crypto bull market. Yeah. Total market cap, we already know. Oh my gosh, this is a messy chart. So again, this is all of the money in crypto. Oh, I have way too much on here. This is stuff I was using from before. Let me get rid of some of this so that you can see it better. All right, this is crypto total market cap. Get this out of the way. So much stuff I don't need. Yes. Halvening dates. The blue lines cutting across are the halvening dates. 2021, we had 3 trillion. Look, we have broken that. We have broken the all-time high for all of the money that has come into cryptocurrency. However, and I'm going to show you with the market, with 2 more market cap charts, that this has been on the back of Bitcoin. Almost all of this has been Bitcoin driven still. So some people may be like, well, we've broken the all-time high, so this means we could finish, we could be done at any minute. No, we're not. We're not. And this, my projections for this is a minimum of 5.7 side, 5.7 trillion. But I have projected all the money for this cycle to be between 6 to 8 trillion. And guess what? Every time this goes higher, listen to what I'm telling you. Every time this goes higher, but altcoin market cap and the bottom 90% of altcoins are not in all-time high territory, validates that we're going to go up here. You understand why? Because this is still on the back of Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin dominance is over, it's done. So somewhere in here on crypto total market cap, Ethereum and altcoins are what's going to drive this here. You with me? How do I know this? Because watch. Now, I'm going to pull up the same chart, but we're going to take out Bitcoin and we're going to take out Ethereum. You with me? Let's do it. Here it is. This is the same chart, except this is everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum. What do you notice? No new all-time high. Do you see why when we can take the total crypto market cap and say it's been on the back of Bitcoin? Do you understand that now? Do you get that concept? Now, we're reverting, where it's becoming more and more prevalent that money is flowing into Ethereum and alts. But this is what's coming. We have all of the rest of crypto has not achieved a new all-time high yet. All of it has not achieved the new all-time high yet. This is what happens between 2007, 2018, and 2021, and what is coming. What is coming for crypto? So right now, this is 1.11. 1.11. If you just added 2 trillion to take this to 3 trillion, if you just added 2 trillion to this, that would be enough to take us to the market cap low on the total money in crypto. You see it now? Do you see how I'm putting 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 together to get this information? We're not just throwing up random digits and being like, well, I think. No, we're putting together, we're using data to make very logical, very smart, very wise estimations. You with me? So on the low end, just in seeing that altcoins have not even broken out to a new all-time high, you get a market cap of 5.7 trillion. Touchdown, field goal, come on. Now, I'm going to prove it to you one more time, because remember, we don't just like 1 plus 1. We like 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. We like all the confirmations. Say, give me all the confirmations, 360. That's why my name is 360. We want to see everything. We want to see everything. We want to put everything together and formulate the best potential scenario. And here we go. Now, this is all. This is everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now we're going to remove the top 10 cryptos by market cap. You with me? So we're going to look at the same chart, but we're going to take out the top 10. I love this stuff. Hopefully you're not bored. What is this? What is this? 90% of all the coins in crypto have still not even tested its all-time high. Even if you only added 1 trillion, even if you only added 1 trillion, you now get into the meat of the 6 to 8 trillion. You now get into the meat of the 6 to 8 trillion. I love putting all this together. The reason why is because it shows you where exactly we are in the cycle. It shows you where exactly we are, what we have left, and what is coming in. My goodness. Just the altcoin charts alone. Just the altcoin chart without Bitcoin and Ethereum. And just the altcoin chart of the 90% says you are right on time. If you came to crypto right now and you missed everything up to this point, in my book and in my estimations, you're still early. Now, you're not as early as we've been, as the OGs have been, but you're still good. Because once Ethereum does flip the switch and breaks that all-time high, and this is coming in a matter of weeks, if not days. Now, we are in December. We are in that holiday schedule, but we've seen incredible things happen in December before. I don't need to remind you of 2017, do I? The December of 2017. I don't need to remind you of that, but you do want to keep those things in mind. We are in that holiday era. So look, December, January, sometime in that time frame, the switch is going to get flipped. All right. Hopefully you guys got a good grasp of where we are in the cycle. You see what is coming, where we're headed, that you are not late. Let's go ahead and now do a few altcoins. And you know I've got to do it. I've got to start with what? What do I got? Yes, XRP. I just have to. I have to do it. All right. We're looking at the weekly. Right now, we're looking at the weekly chart for XRP, and then I'm going to zoom in on the daily. But what I want to show you here is the 2017 ATH, which has an XRP sitting near $3.50 in that ballpark, depending on what exchange you're looking at. This particular chart I'm using Kraken for, not because it has the highest volume, it has nothing to do with that. I just want you to see the price and where we're at. Fast forward to last cycle, which was a handcuffed, or what I would consider an XRP handicap cycle. And it played out exactly as I expected, exactly to the T. And you guys remember I rescued all of the elite from having to sit on this because we moved into Cardano last cycle and rode Cardano for 1,000% gains plus, while everybody else sat on this swearing it would continue to go higher. It did not. And then we bought it all back at the lows. And now what I love is that XRP has already almost achieved. We're going to zoom in on this. We're going to go to the daily. And we're going to zoom in on this. And that is a mighty big arrow. What I like is that not only did XRP destroy last cycle's ATH, but it has held a very nice major support. And it is literally knocking on the door of the ATH. Knocking on the door of the ATH. And way back when we were down here, I had projected an XRP in the $4 to $8 range. Now I believe $4 is probably pretty daggone low. I believe we reached between 6 to 8 based on this price action, based on the timing. Remember, I will continue to modify that as the cycle progresses and based on the progression of XRP. And that's what you have to, you look, I know some loony clown Yeet zealot, that's what I call him, has told you XRP to 100 to 1,000. You must stop the madness. You must flush that down the toilet. If you're holding on to a target and you're putting all of your eggs on that target, all your eggs on that target, that didn't even make any sense. You're putting all your eggs in one basket based on that target. There we go. You're in for a world of hurt and a world of pain. Okay, you can't do it like that. You must allow the cycle to develop and the pace and at what point XRP is moving in the cycle to make decisions. And based on what XRP has accomplished, I do believe we are very close to. And I know everybody wants me to talk about XRP. Their stable coin that they just launched that is now live on exchanges. I don't really want to do that. You can go read about that. I'm more concerned with the price of XRP here. That's really what I care about. I like all that other stuff. It's fun, but we're not going to spend 15 minutes in utter boredom talking about XRPRL. All right, we're not going to do that. I do believe we get this tap very soon, okay? We have a nice sturdy consolidation here. So I do believe we get a tap, possibly a rejection, but I do believe XRP is going to break that and then stand upon it. You understand what I mean by stand upon it? It's going to stand upon it, build probably a foundation from which to then ascend into what? Price discovery. This is just around the corner. This is coming very soon. I'm very excited about it. You're very excited about it, but stop the madness with the $100 to the $1,000 price range. Please stop. Please, just stop. All right. We can address that once we hit my target of 64. That's a meme, by the way. Dear God, that's a meme. But if we do hit it, I'm taking full credit. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. Nash is as we're going. So, because I'm taking forever. How long? Oh my goodness, we've already been 30 minutes. I apologize, Nash. I apologize. Tel, we got to do it. Tel is formulating a very nice flag up here. Very nice consolidation. Yep. I mean, this for where we are right now in the cycle. This price action zone has been handled. We are now going to be moving into, let me find it. I don't know why I never remember where this stuff is. Here it is. As everybody knows, Tel is working with their state to come up with an actual bank. This is happening. The announcement is expected to come in February. I don't know why Tel has as many Yeet zealots now as XRP does, and it's annoying. I can't stand it. Look, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be overcritical. I don't want to criticize, but common sense has to prevail here. However, for right now, for Tel to already be this high and have achieved this much for the cycle, I'm elated. I'm very elated. If Tel accomplishes what Tel is going to accomplish, this is going to look like reindeer games, child's play, preschool, kindergarten, as far as an ATH goes. All right. It's very hard. I'm going to tell you right now, based on what Tel could do if they get what they're going to do, it is almost impossible for me to project what price will do. Because it is such a white swan. It would be a pivotal, listen to me, a pivotal game changer that has nothing to really do with Tel. It does, because they're going to be the first to do it, but with all of crypto. And you will see Tel go from being I don't even know how far back they are in the rankings to probably pretty quickly to a top 50 crypto, if I had to make an estimated wild guess. And that's a guess without being a Yeet zealot. It just is. Everybody's going to want it. They're already getting listings all over the place, especially in foreign countries. But everybody's going to want it. Everybody's going to have to list it. And the demand would be so impeccably great that this yellow zone, even though we haven't achieved it, but we're right there knocking on the door, it's going to look like child's play. So I know you want me to tell you a price. I can't. Like it's impossible. Because it would just I would just look stupid. All right. But anyway, I love where we're at. Again, I think this gets above here and holds support and starts to mess with this price action. I actually think it does it before the announcement. And I'm going to tell you right now, if Tella's in here before the announcement, it's on like Donkey Kong. We're going to leave it there. Yep. All right. And then I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to do another one, but I want to give away a free one. Can I give away a free one? Can I do that? Can I give away a free one? All right. So this is a coin that we have played in the 360 times. It is CRO. I'm about to hand it to you for free. All right. We're looking at the weekly. So what I want to show you here is stay with me. If you can read and you can see and you can't see this, you need help. All right, this is CRO. This is crypto.com. This is almost a no-brainer. When it comes to no-brainers, this is almost a no-brainer. Now, we've already traded this down here and made money off of it. However, this right here was the destruction of all crypto exchange tokens, BNB, it didn't matter, based on what happened with FTX. Everybody remembers that nasty day. FTX crash, which sent all of crypto down south. However, all exchange coins got a major butt whipping, and that is this gap right here. This major gap where there's all kinds of liquidity right here. Now, what I love is this massive base. This is the bear market base for crypto.com. It has achieved a breakout of the base, a return to volume, and is now perched in between what? The major base and the gap that it's probably going to fly through pretty quickly when it jumps, when it moves. So right now, you have a CRO that's at about 19 cents. This gap fills between 17 and as high between, sorry, not 17. I don't know what I'm looking at. Between 38 and 43 cents. Did you hear what I just said? That's right. I'm going to zoom in on this now. I want to look at what's happening right here. Bear market breakout. Grab that liquidity. All that liquidity from that candle right there has been removed. Now it is established support. One more drop. This and this. And look at today's volume. This is called accumulation. It's called accumulation. For what you, thank you for asking, for what is coming, and that is the cross of the great FTX crash divide. Easy money if you ask me. I likes it. What's not to like? There you have it. All right, guys, hope you liked this episode. I went way too long. Nash is going to be so upset, but that's all right. That's how it is. We're going to do this again a little bit later this week, and this time I will go over a lot more altcoins. Only had time to touch on a few, but I really wanted, because it was our first time back, to touch on macro cycles so you guys can rest and stop FOMOing and stop FUDing. Rest at ease and know where you are. Look, stop doing crypto by yourself. I do this 24/7 for the 360 Elite. You should come and join us. Till next time, baby, here comes the boom.